but it's been liked more than 110,000 times, aimed at the author J.K. Rowling, who, of course, is celebrating her birthday today. Would you expect birthday wishes? Happy birthday, J.K., that kind of thing? Well, not quite. This was posted by the writer Andy Zeisler, and it says, J.K. Rowling really could have just remained a wealthy, beloved author for the rest of her life, and she chose Twitter instead. Incredible. There is something about Twitter that makes people quite mean, isn't it? They just choose, it's her birthday, so let's just say something really horrible about this woman. What's that all about?
I think it's the sort of road rage of because when people get road rage, they feel because they're sort of separated from the other person, they're hermetically sealed in this safe cabinet. They can scream and shout whatever they want, which they wouldn't do if they were just walking down the pavement.
Right.
So it's the same kind of thing. People feel removed from it, so they can say things that they wouldn't say to somebody's face.
I mean, there's no way she'd have said that to her face. It's just ridiculous. But also, I mean, there's this weird thing about that tweet, you know, saying, oh, she could have remained a wealthy, beloved author for the rest of her life. She is a wealthy, beloved author and will remain so for the rest of her life. So what's this thing about these activists who they just imagine what the world as they'd like it to be and then assert that it is the case? I mean, no one's going to fall for that.
That's what activists do, is you imagine or you want to make the world you want it to be. But yes, the difference is here is that then they go, this is the world now, as opposed to let us create this world through debate and reason or whatever. It's funny what you just said, but someone put out a very similar tweet to exactly that, say she could have remained that, and that's exactly what she's done.
Right.
You know, by speaking up. But, you know, to many, many people, she's a hero. She put her head above the parapet, received an immense amount of death threats, rape threats for speaking truth, and not abusing trans people or anything like that, just saying, let's have a conversation.
But don't these activists get that they're in the minority here? Most people don't think that J.K. Rowling is transphobic or hateful or anything of the kind. This is a woman who's given so much of her money away to charity. You know, this is obviously not a hateful woman, and she's never said anything transphobic, by the way. And that should be a key thing, right?
Yeah, but unfortunately, these people don't like to actually read the stuff.
No.
So they just like to take hearsay and then run with it.
Well, you say, Leo, it's like a kind of road rage situation. But that, I think, is also a really key point. They never... Like, I've had arguments with people online about J.K. Rowling who say she's a transphobe, and I say, quote the transphobic thing she said, and they never, ever can.
Yeah. Why
Why don't they then say to themselves, oh, well, because I can't quote it, it maybe doesn't exist, and maybe I should change my mind. Why can't they do that?
I think people get an idea that something is the case, and we've seen this. Well, seen it with me when Victoria Coren Mitchell called me racist, and then she tried to justify calling me racist without actually being able to say anything I'd said that was racist.
Right.
Which was weird because I've said loads of racist stuff. But, but yeah, I think if you're driven by an ideology, you're not beholden to fact. And you know, somebody can appear transphobic. Basically, unless you're committed to transitioning everybody at the age of 5 years old, then you're a transphobe at the moment. Right. If you know, in the eyes of the Guardian.
Clearly, I just kind of